Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 5.
We begin tonight with breaking news. University of North Dakota interim president Ed Schaefer released a proposed budget today that calls for some sweeping cuts across campus. Thank you for joining us. The state has asked UND to cut $21 million out of its spending budget over the coming years. It's an effort to make up a $1 billion state budget shortfall caused by the sagging energy economy. Valley News Team's Neil Carlson shows us where the budget axe is falling at UND.
We are facing an impact on this budget of more than $21 million.
Initially, it means cutting $12.6 million out of the 2015 through 2017 budget. The new proposed cuts are spread across programs and faculty all over UND. In part, the proposed budget calls for some departments cutting faculty, which may be achieved through retirements. Cuts are also planned for a few administrative positions, and the sign language and music therapy programs would also be cut. Athletics already announced they're cutting the baseball and golf programs.
So definitely we will be evaluating every recommendation and trying to make a final recommendation. But again, this is the start of how we deliver this budget.
And Schaefer says this initial budget does not mean that everything is carved into stone. For instance, he says in a year or two from now, they may find out they have enough money to keep a program they had planned to phase out.
These are the ones that we're suggesting, that we're recommending. We're looking now for the input. We're asking people to give us their thoughts or how they might redirect it or change it. Then final decisions will be made.
Schaefer will listen to comments regarding all this at a public forum from 1 to 3 p.m. Wednesday at UND's Memorial Union. In Grand Forks, Neil Carlson, Valley News Live.
If you'd like to look at budget details, we have them for you online. Just go to valleynewslive.com and click on this story. Grand Forks police are looking for this man and are asking for your help. His name is Robert Murphy, and he was last seen on March 3rd. His family is concerned about his welfare. If you have any information about Murphy, you're asked to contact police. Several protesters are going door to door to bring attention to the church's decision to lift the suspension of Father Joseph Jayapal. The former Minnesota priest who pleaded guilty to child sex crimes is being reinstated, and that could mean he could be working with children again. He pleaded guilty to child sex crimes in 2015 and was sent back to his native country of India. One of his victims and a member of the group Survivors Network of Those Abused by Priests is looking for others who were harmed by Jayapal. With his suspension lifted, Jayapal could return to ministry work in India, something that scares victims. It looks like the cloudy and rainy weather will stick around for a little while. Here's Hutch with a look at tonight's forecast. Hutch?
Well, we've certainly had gray and soggy weather to close out the weekend and to begin a new work week, but nothing near the amount of moisture that's heading through South Dakota right now. And on the western side of the state near the Black Hills, things are cold enough for moderate to heavy bands of snow just north and east of the Rapid City area. Our southern counties are starting to see rain moving in once again. So if you're in Wahpeton, Breckenridge, Rothsay, and Fergus Falls, you'll see some periods of showers that will be quite persistent this evening. A little break in the rain shower activity in and around the Fargo-Moorhead area, most of it concentrated from Sargent and Ransom through southern Richland counties at this hour. Northern Cass, northern Barnes seeing some sprinkles this evening as well. Here's a look at your planner. Temperatures slipping through the 50s. There'll be a chance of some late night sprinkles and overnight rainfall here in the FM area, but it stays dry for the most part in Grand Forks with more of a northerly component to the breezes tonight. It will continue to be gray and cool. Looks like more rain is in our forecast. I'll have details on what you can expect coming up here in just a few minutes. Andrea?
All right, thanks, Hutch. After the recent rain in our area, Sheriff Bob Rost has decided to lift the burn ban that's in place for Grand Forks County. However, it is noted that if conditions change, another burning ban could be put in place. As a reminder, you're asked to contact your local fire department or the sheriff's office before burning so that they're aware. A Fargo man will serve over 5 years in prison for robbing a Gate City bank in Fargo. Jeremy Feline was also ordered to pay over $3,000 in restitution, as well as pay a $100 special assessment to the Crime Victims Fund. Prosecutors say in April of last year, Feline entered the Gate City Bank on South University Drive in Fargo and slid a note across the counter that stated no alarms, no die packs, no GPS, cash, and demanded money from the bank teller. Feline left the bank with over $7,000 but was later apprehended in St. Cloud, Minnesota. Immigration reform is one of the most heated topics on the campaign trail. President Obama issued an executive action on immigration that would grant a pathway to citizenship for low-risk, undocumented immigrants. And as our Alex Miller reports from Washington, Texas's challenge to his action was heard at the Supreme Court this morning and will likely bring a decision to the ongoing fight.
For hundreds of people flooding the streets outside the Supreme Court, 9 justices are going to pave a roadmap for their future, one way or another.
The entire future of these families is going to be decided on one strike of a pen.
More than 4 million undocumented immigrants are waiting to find out if they'll get a path to citizenship. This case was added only after the Obama administration requested the High Court hear it before November's presidential election. The stories are endless. Painful memories, living in fear, like Diana Ramirez, who crossed the border from Mexico at 9 years old with her 3-year-old brother.
Everyone has the right to say their opinion, but until they live on my shoes, what I've gone through, then they can have a say on what I should be doing.
And while almost everyone outside the court agreed with Ramirez, there were a small group of conservative congressmen speaking out against the president's actions.
He has gone outside the bounds of his Article 2 authority and, quote, changed the law.
Though their words were drowned out by the chanting of supporters inside the court, the justices were closely divided on the subject. Conservative justices questioned the president's authority to even issue an executive action of this magnitude. The court is expected to make a ruling this summer. Reporting at the Supreme Court, I'm Alex Miller.
In the event of a 4-4 split, Obama's executive action will be blocked. A parking attempt turned into structural damage for the Dakota Boys and Girls Ranch in West Fargo. Police say it happened just before 11:30 this morning. The thrift store is located at 619 13th Avenue East in West Fargo. Police say the vehicle went over the curb and hit the side of the building. The impact knocked some of the brick off the side of the building, causing significant damage. No citations were issued. The vehicle also suffered significant damage. The old line about there being only 2 seasons around here, winter and construction season, might look more fact than fiction this week. Another major impediment to getting around in the FM area gets started Thursday, and it's a biggie. Digital signboards are warning you of what is to come on 13th Avenue South. It's going to be rebuilt between 38th and 44th Streets. So that means the work will stretch from just east of Kohl's and Denny's all the way to West Acres. That is arguably one of the busiest pieces of real estate in the metro area, carrying some 30,000 vehicles every day. The $9 million project is aimed at cutting down on congestion and crashes by providing 6 lanes for traffic. But in the meantime, the going is liable to be slow. Engineers say 13th will remain open, but there will only be 1 lane in each direction. And you're going to have to put up with this inconvenience for a while. The work isn't scheduled to be completed until the end of October. This next story was brought to our attention through the whistleblower hotline. Carl Ben Eielson Middle School's entrance to its tennis courts and track are now open so the public can use them. But we learned that wasn't the case until we started looking into this matter.
If it's there and available, why not let everybody use it? There's no point in having something be built if you can't use it. That doesn't make any sense to me, especially if it was built with our taxpayer money.
On Valley News Live at 6, you'll hear from Fargo Public School Superintendent who says something like this shouldn't be a problem again. And if you need help uncovering fraud and corruption in your community, call our whistleblower hotline at 237-6576 and leave your tip. A member of our investigative team will get on the case and go to work to expose the truth. In today's Motivational Monday, changing up your workout routine at the gym can help build endurance and strengthen muscles. The $6 million renovation at the YMCA Fargo branch downtown is complete. And this week, members can enjoy the 3 new pools. The lap pool is good for swimmers looking for a new cardio activity, but water aerobic classes are also available. The resistance of the water is good for muscles and joints of all ages.
You need to ease into it. You need to listen to your body. If it hurts, back off a bit and gradually build up your endurance. The resistance of the water does definitely make your muscles work harder than movement on land, and sometimes you don't realize that in the beginning. It is a true workout.
This Saturday, the pool will open to non-members.